Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard. Well, solo game day, as it were. Teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx. I am your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined today by, well, y'all. So it's another solo game day while we continue practicing our social distancing. So welcome everybody watching live around the world, as well as after the fact. I'm going to be playing through On Mars today, designed by the Vital Lacerda and published by Eagle Gryphon Games. Now, I don't actually have a copy of this, and so big thanks to my buddy Ken, who you guys have seen on the show before. He lent me his copy of this, and I gotta say, when he brought it over, this is the first time I've actually seen the production quality of it, and wow, that's impressive, isn't it? This is really nice. It's got a massive footprint, so get ready for that today. Before we get started, a big thank you to all of the patrons who help make all of this possible. Without them, this ain't happening. So big thank you to everybody that chooses to support the show. Speaking of which, if you guys do enjoy the show today, give it a thumb down below. On top of that, hit the little subscribe and the little bell notification so that you get notified whenever I go live. And if you want all of the perks that all of the patrons get, by joining the herd, you can go to pledgehc.com. Not only the perks, but honestly, if you think the content that I create here on the show, both here as well as on the podcast, is worth $1 or $2 a month, I certainly would appreciate it. So this is going to be an interesting one. I only say that because yesterday I played BIOS Origins, and I did that solo with the bot. And somebody said, how do you compare the difficulty of BIOS Origins to other games? And I said, well, if you can play a Lacerda game, you can handle BIOS Origins. I would argue that today's playthrough is going to be significantly more difficult and more complex than yesterday's playthrough. Last week, I think it was, I played through The Gallerist, also by Vital and Eagle Gryphon. And that bot was really streamlined and and by bot I mean the solo play and just the Lacerda, who is the bot in the solo game. It was very streamlined, very simple, very intuitive to use. This one's a lot less so, okay? We are going to go through the first few rounds of this extraordinarily slow because this is the first time I've played a full game with the bot. And I actually printed this out, a little player aid. That's one side for the bot. It's another side for the bot. And then a little reminder, a little cheat sheet for the different actions. So there's that. So that's nice. In addition to that, we're going to try something completely different today. There is a gentleman that I believe it's a person, a user on BGG that has made a little helper app for this. It was brought to my attention this morning via a comment on, I think it was the Weekly Look Ahead, and someone brought it to my attention. I did some research and found out that, yeah, I think I'll be able to use it here for the stream. So we're going to try and use that today and hope that works out all right. So we're going to try it as an experiment. So let's have some fun with it, shall we? All right. So I know the game relatively well because I've done a really in-depth teach of this for the multiplayer game. I am not going to do that today because this is going to be a long enough stream as is. I'm going to do an overview of the game, and then I'm going to go over the solo game rules, but not in depth. I'm going to do that as we go because we are going to be going so methodically through this for the first few turns. Whenever we encounter actions for Lacerda, for the bot, then we will go ahead and walk through that in detail, step by step, okay? So that said, I'm as ready as I'm going to be for this. Hopefully you guys are. And you know what? In the end, we're playing on Mars. Should be a good time. So hopefully you guys enjoy this as well. So all of that said, with that long preamble, let's get into On Mars, shall we? All right. So, following the success of robotic rover missions, the United Nations established the Department of Operations and Mars Exploration, or DOME. The first settlers arrived on Mars in the year 2037. In the decades after the Mars base camp was established, private exploration companies started working towards the creation of a self-sustaining colony. As a chief astronaut from one of these enterprises, you want to be a pioneer in developing the biggest, most advanced colony on Mars by achieving both DOME's mission goals as well as your own company's private agenda. In the beginning, you are very dependent on supplies from Earth and have to travel a lot between the Mars space station and the surface of the planet. As the colony expands over time, you will construct mines, power generators, water extractors, greenhouses, oxygen condensers, and shelters. The aim is to become a self-sufficient colony, independent of any terrestrial organization. This will require carefully balancing the importance of water, air, power, and food, the things that we need to survive. Do you dare take part in humankind's biggest challenge? Well, here we are. So I guess the answer is yes. Yes, we will take part in that. All right, so what is it you guys are looking at? Well, this is the board for On Mars. Now, this is a massive footprint. The board itself is about the same size as like Escape Plan or whatever, but then you have the extra board here, the extra board there. You have the little buildings over there, and then the player tableaus here as well. Whew. All right, so I'm not going to go over this in detail, but what I'm basically going to do is give you guys an overview of what you're looking at, as well as an overview of big picture, what it is that we're going to be trying to do in the game. All right, so what are we looking at? Well, we have a map of Mars. Now, I say it's a map of Mars, but not really, because if you look at this, if you look way up here, you see that that one little tiny section is what we are actually terraforming or colonizing here in Mars. All right, so that's what this represents. And then we have a couple of shelters, one for Lacerda, one for me, and then we have one of each base building to be able to begin with out there on the game. At the very top, we have the travel track, which we will be seeding here in a little bit with the shuttle, as well as the player markers over there. We have a victory point track around the outside, around the outside, around the outside, which I think they're called opportunity point. It's victory points. Then there are two different sides of actions. So it's a worker placement-esque or action selection game in a sense that when your worker or your astronaut, your representation of who you are, is on the orbit side, you're going to have access to these actions over here, which is basically get stuff. Then when your Martian dude is over on this side of the board, you're going to have access to the actions up here, which is kind of build stuff for the most part. Now, there are some exceptions to that rule, but that's kind of what it is, that where the actions will take place. Get stuff, do stuff, usually. Down here, we have the LSS. This is going to track the development of our colony here on Mars. And we're going to be tracking that with these markers as well as our colony marker over here. Then we have our goals. Collectively, the timer of the game are set by these randomly placed out here goals, two of which are short, one is long, because I figured the stream's going to be long enough, so we're going to play a bit of a shorter game. So when the game reaches a total of 3 of the essentially 5 goals, when this one gets down to 0, 0, 0, that's each individual one. Then as the colony level increases, as it reaches these levels, that will offset the need to do one of those. So when a total of these 3 and those 2 When a total of 3 of those have been met, then we're going to go into final scoring and then see who wins the game, whether it's me or Lacerda, as it were. All right? Now, that's kind of what it is, what we have out here, big picture-wise, out here on the main board. Now, we have our rovers over there. We have some bots out there, or, well, I have a bot, and Lacerda's actually hangs out over here. But then over on this side over here, we have blueprints. And blueprints are, we're going to be building these buildings out here, and then turning them into advanced buildings via these blueprints over there. So, then, over on this board, we have scientists, which are going to allow us to take additional actions, as well as potentially score us additional points as well. So that's kind of what it is that you're looking at least on that part. Then over here on our player board, we have our player boards, which are broken up into a bunch of different sections. Now, our player boards, specifically, are broken up into our storage, which is going to be down in this area, down here at the bottom, down there, where we're going to be storing our different resources. There are 6 different resources in the game, 5 of which are going to be represented by these various tokens. And then the 6th one, which technically is not a resource, it's kind of its own animal, which are gems, all right, here. Then over in the main part of our player board is our laboratory, or our laboratory. So this is going to be tracking our various technologies. Then we have our living quarters over here. So we have our settlers, or our colonists, I should say, there. We have a working area. So whenever these guys help out to make more powerful actions out here, they're going to hang out into that area on our board. Then we have the depot over here, and we're going to have our ships as we acquire these ships to be able to place them there, which will unlock extra executive actions. If you are familiar with games like the Gallerist or whatever, the executive actions will be familiar to you. And then finally, we have the hangar over here. As we unlock those, we'll be able to place our ships over there in the hangar. So that's everything that you're looking at. Plus, I have my robots, I have my extra colonists, and I have my advanced buildings here. Lacerdas are off board. Then I have a bunch of resources over here that are going to be off board as well. Then I have my personal goals here that we'll go over as the game goes on. And we have a little player aid here as well. All right. So all of that to say, and then Lacerda has his own board, and I see that Vital's here, so hi Vital. So his board is going to be over here, and then we have a randomizer for where he's going to start the game as well. So big picture, what is it we're trying to do? Where we're going to be taking actions to be able to acquire resources and technologies over here, to come over here to then build buildings out here to raise the level of the ISS, or the LSS, so that we make Mars more sustainable. And as we do that, then these tracks will increase. We will be doing these various things. And in addition, when we do those, we will be helping the colony sustain itself. And so we're going to move these markers down, ultimately, for then getting blueprints to be able to, after we've built these buildings out here, to create advanced buildings out there to be able to score victory points, and again, to make the LSS, or the Mars colony, self-sustainable. And then, once 3 of those 5 goals have been met, we go into final scoring, and ultimately we see who does better, whether it's me or Vital himself. My bet is on Vital. So, that's big picture on what it is that we're looking to do. But then we have the solo game. And, well, this one's a bit more complex than the Gallerist one was. So here we go. All right. You know what? I'm not even going to go over this. Honestly, I don't think it makes sense, except as we step through things. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best way to do this. So what we will do is we will start off, and again, I'm using the handy dandy little cheat sheet that is on BGG, and I apologize for not remembering the user's name for that. But we have the game set up for the 2-player as well as the solo here. All right, So now we are not going to be using the solo deck, though. We're going to be using that helper app, as I mentioned. So I will get to that here in a little bit. All right, so the first colonist tiles. We're going to shuffle these up here. And then we're going to randomly choose one of these. We'll choose that one to be Lacerda's starting point. All right. All right, so here we go. So he is starting in, let me look at where this is. This is space number 8, right there. And the shuttle will start wherever he is, whatever side he is. So it'll start right there in the 3 spot on that. He does not get the benefits, I believe, for his starting location. And then that goes out of play. So done with that. So now I get to choose any starter location of my choice. And I have given it a little bit of thought. I'm going to start right here, which is going to allow me to do this action to begin with. And I will go ahead and choose this water technology tile. This water technology tile now will go ahead and come over onto my board to go onto one of these 2 locations over here. So we take a look at my board, and here allows me to go into the warehouse to grab a resource of my choice, or to get another crystal. Now we start with 1 crystal and 1 resource of each. So I think resources are going to be important. So I'm going to go ahead and place this right there on that into my laboratory. And I'm going to go ahead and get 1 extra resource from over here. And I'm looking. I'm going to build that, so I'm going to need a battery, so I'm going to take an extra battery. Now you are allowed a number of resources of each type, 1 more than the number of shelters than you have built. I've built 1 shelter because that starts the game out with 1 shelter on it, so I'm allowed a total of 2 of each resource. All right. Oh, thank you. That should be on space 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good catch. Peanut Gallery is absolutely going to be invaluable today, especially those that have played the solo app, or the solo game, as it were. I suppose I ought to bring the chat and everything up, huh? There we go. That's going to be an invaluable help for me to make sure, because it is definitely a lot more of an involved bot than in the, say, the Gallerist or whatever. Okay, so there we go. There. All right, good. Oh, okay, the cheat sheet is by JK777. Awesome. All right, good. Thank you. Good catch, guys. All right, so we have started that. Now, before we even go any further, we're off to a good start. Okay, I don't mind this. What are the chances that it actually works early? Hey, there we go. Cheers, Derek. Thank you for the support. Oh, that is tasty. It's a Sencha tea from the same company as yesterday, the Portland Tea Company or something along the lines, from one of the patrons. Paul sent this to me. This is delicious. Oh, that's really, really tasty. That's nice. Awesome. So thank you, Derek. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, somebody asked, what goal am I shooting for? I'm just going to try and get to level 1. I'm not going to lie. So the first contacts, the solo goal is reach colony level 3 or higher. So colony level, meaning these have to be up to 3. Okay. Complete at least one of my contracts. Complete 1 contract. Sorry, contracts. Complete 1 private goal. Have at least 6 tech tiles. And one thing I'm not sure about, does this count as one of the 6? I don't know. And have more victory points than Lacerda. So, Yeah, there's that. All right. So we have placed our explorers out there. I'm gonna come up with 57 different words for these because technically they're not workers. Our workers are our colonists, but those are called colonists, but I don't want to call those workers. Yeah, you know what I mean? So our astronauts, as it were. All right, so now we take our turn. So there is the colonization phase and the shuttle phase. Colonization phase is going left to right. So in other words, I will go first, and then Lacerda will go. We will each take one of the available actions on our given side. And then from there, after that, we will go into the shuttle phase. So easy enough, all right? Oh, it's tech level 6, is it? I was told. Oh, it does say a level 6 tech. Thank you, Julian. Oh, hey, Julian. All right, awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to get one right here as well. And please don't let me forget to complete one of these. It seems I forget one step in these solo goals, all right? All right, so here we go. So my action, so I can set the bot aside for a moment and figure out what it is I'm trying to do. Well, oh, you know what? I just realized I just did this at the beginning of the game. So I'm going to advance that one step because I did successfully do that, which means I also get a crystal to begin with. So I can hold up to 3 crystals. So there we go. All right. So what do we do? Getting blueprints seems like a not terrible idea. I'm going to have 2 turns to be able to take actions. I already got a fair bit of resources to be able to do what it is to be able to come over here and build buildings. So maybe I go ahead and take a look at, I want to get blueprints. I also want to be able to build advanced buildings, which that tech needs to be taken there. And looking over here, I suppose I ought to go over what the various blueprints are. All right. Oh, and for those that are new to the game, I realize that I am not teaching the game per se, but each of these missions, A, B, and C, have these markers out here associated with them so that whenever I do something with those various things, it's a reminder, hey, move those down. And I think it does a very good job, even though I did miss it here, but it's because it was the start of the game. So there we go. All right. Over under Glory to Rome is going to be 5.5. 5.5. All right. So, all right. So let's take a look at the various the various blueprints that are available. So there are 2 shelter blueprints. It looks, or there is, yes, there are 2 shelter blueprints, one there and the far one. We have a battery, and I forget the name of the buildings, which Vital can critique me on, but this is a automated production building. We have a wind turbine, we have an oxygen tank, and we have a biomarket. Huh. Yeah. So do we go for a blueprint? So I do want this to be able to build an advanced building. However, I also want blueprints, but I'm going to have 2 actions. So I think I'm looking. That is to be able to build the shelter. I think that's going to be an important action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a blueprint, at least one. Now, the cost in workers is the number of workers here that have already been placed, but as it is, none have already been placed because this is the first action, all right? So we take a look over here at the orbit side. So it is boostable, meaning I can use my workers that are over here, or my colonists, to be able to take additional blueprints, which we are probably going to do. But it doesn't cost me anything to be able to do this, except I do have to place one of my colonists over into this location. So I'm going to take one of my 3 available colonists, and there's a reason that mine are covered so I don't accidentally grab from that. So I'm going to grab one of my colonists and put it over there. And that allows me to take one blueprint of my choice over there. So I think we will go ahead and start with this one there. Now, whenever we take that action, I'm going to use the little cheat sheet that is here. Allow me to get my readers. It says choose an available blueprint. Good. Place it next to your player board. Done. Gain the depicted resource or crystal. This shows a crystal, so I will acquire 1 crystal. Now these go down here because they are not available yet until the end of your turn here. Then place an advanced building marker on the card. So I'm going to grab one of my available there and put it on the card to show that it is not yet available there. Now, I can choose to take any of my additional colonists to place them over here to be able to take more blueprints, all right? And I think I will, because it's all about efficiency of actions. The question is, do I do 1 or 2? I think I will do 1 for sure, so there's 1 there. So the question is, which one? And honestly, in a perfect world, I would be able to build an advanced building on a water building, because I'm planning on being able to build that complex already. All right? So Dimitri says I ought to go for the second shelter one, because those are going to be relatively easy, because I'm going to be building shelters, no doubt. And Cyntherus asks, is there an expansion for this board? I do not know. This is what my buddy Ken's copy came with, so I can't tell you. All right? The fact that there aren't any water blueprints over there, you know what? I'm cool with going with that per Dimitri. So we will go ahead and take another one. We will do the exact same thing. I will get another crystal for that there. Then I will place that there. And that is for putting the additional colonists over here. All right. It's part of the Kickstarter Deluxe, apparently, according to Jason. There we go. All right. So I think that's the end of that action for me. So my turn is done. Now, Lacerda goes. Okay. So we are going to walk through this very, very slowly to start. So here we go. So thanks to, and I will get the name of the gentleman or the user. It is SGHC Toma, and I've linked it down below, both to the thread as well as to this helper app. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip a card. Flipping a card is hitting this there. There we go. And we have a handy dandy little, over there on the left-hand side, the little cheat sheet on how to use this app, helper app thing. It's actually just the website, okay? All right. I did not do the B action. The B action is technically right here. We'll do that. How's that? All right, there we go. Oh, hold on. Thank you. One more thing before we do that. We are going to do an executive action as well, because otherwise we're going to lose my crystals. Thank you for the reminder. So let's take a look at my player board real quick. Thank you for the reminder of that, Paul. All right. So the available actions are these 3 executive actions, and each of these is going to cost 2 crystals. So I'm going to go ahead and spend those 2 crystals, and just to make it easy, I'm going to spend those 2. And I could either move my bot, which my bot is right here. I can move him up to 2 spaces, and that is boostable with extra crystals. I could go to the warehouse to take one resource of my choice, or I could take an advanced building action, but there are none available. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and just take extra resources. So what do we want? Well, what do we want? That is a really good question. I think we will go ahead and take an oxygen. There. All right. So we're allowed to keep 2 of each. Boom. Done. All right. Okay. Oh, do I have that? Oh, God, I really do. This is terrible. Look at this. C, right here. It's right here for a reason, so I don't screw this up. Thank you, Robert. Golly. All right, so this is going to drop down 2 because I took 2 blueprints, and I'm going to get 2 crystals. There we go. So one of those will then, at the end of my turn, go there because you're allowed to take 1 executive action. The other one, unfortunately, is wasted because I don't have storage space. Done. All right. There we go. Hey, Peter. USPS in the house. I will come by tomorrow and pick up my package. Thank you. All right. So now, for real, that is the end of my turn. Okay. So now, let's go back to the helper app. So the helper app says what action I'm going to be taking, all right? So let's see. He has 3 actions available in orbit and 3 actions available in the colony, depending on what the number is that is shown. So if you look at the big number that is on the colonist there, that is on the Martian guy, all right? Why would Lacerda have a blueprint? I was under the impression that he does not get that to begin with. A moment, let me double check for setup here. I guess it doesn't say really in the rule book one way or the other on that, does it? So I guess, that's actually an interesting question. Does he get that at the beginning? I guess he does, just like a regular player. I guess that would make sense. So let's go through. Whenever he takes a blueprint, the one that scores the highest scientist victory points. And if tied, the leftmost card in the card, so he would actually take this one, I guess, as it were. Yep, let's go back. So he would have taken this one, and I'm going to, don't have a whole lot of space for that. I'm going to place that there. He's going to place his advanced building on it, but he doesn't get any resources. He does get crystals, though. So he will get a crystal for that, and that will drop down. That's technically, yeah, I guess so. Good call. All right, see, and I was under the impression he doesn't get it because it calls out that you get it as normal, but it doesn't that he does as normal. So my bad on that, guys. But thanks. Thank you, Vital, and Julian, and Gert, and Jonathan. There we go. All right. So now let's get back to it. Finally, he takes his damn turn. All right, as he was saying, he's going to take, he has 3 options on this side, 3 options on this side. All right. He will never boost his actions here, and he never spends resources, and he never gets resources. Resources being these 5 here. So here we go. And I want to walk through this. Per the card that was drawn in this case is action number 1 on the colony side. It is construct a building. Build the building corresponding to the icon Lacerda's bot is on, but only if the LSS marker for that building is below the colony level marker. All right, that's a lot of words. What does that mean? Well, let's take a look at the LSS marker here, or where that is. So his bot starts here on the mine. So he's going to build a mine. It is a terrible thing to waste. Terrible, sorry. All right. Okay, now the LSS marker for the mine, obviously, there isn't one here for it. So he will always build a mine if that bot is on the mine. Okay? All right. So, otherwise, take the move bot action, da-da-da-da. Okay, he always tries to build the largest complex possible using available tech. So, now we take a look. The mine tech has not been acclaimed yet, so therefore, he can only build a level 1 building, or a new building, as it were. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. All right. Thanks for the support, man. Appreciate it. Okay, after building, always move the bot. And when he builds an LSS building and he has a colonist on the hire a scientist action slot, he chooses to retrieve the colonist, but he doesn't have all that. He's just going to build a mine. All right? Okay, so he's going to build a mine. So we will walk through that. And building a mine, in this case, is just like building a regular building. So we're going to run through the steps on building a building. So choose a building. We know it's going to be a mine. Okay, so it's going to be a mine there. Pay the cost. Well, he doesn't have to pay the costs, but he will place a colonist on there. Place a building either adjacent to the tile of the same type, but there's no tech, so he cannot. So he cannot build in any of those adjacent. It must be exactly 2 spots away. And for this, and let me get back to that. And there is no help when it comes to that for randomizing that. Okay, so let me check for randomizing the location of where he builds this. Doesn't say on that. A moment. Resolving ambiguities now. During the game, there will be time, in these cases, you must always choose the location which gives the most advantage to Lacerda. If there isn't a clear choice, give a number to each of the choices and draw cards from the solo deck until one of those, All right, so basically, we can randomize where this is. So he cannot build it there, or there, because that would be a level 2 bot, or a level 2 complex, and he cannot. So he can build there, or there. So I would say that that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go back to this. And the randomizer, the first one, says number 1 here. So it's going to go there. And then from there, okay, so Vital says place it away from your shelter. And then it says follow the dark spots and then the lighter ones in the above app from right to top left. Okay, that's fair. So it'd be that spot right there. Okay, fair enough. So we will build it. I think that's a good way, and we're walking through how to use the app together as well. So that works out. So we're going to go ahead and place a crystal there. Oh, hold on, you guys can't see that. So we placed it here, the furthest to the right there, placing 3 crystals on that. Then after we have done that, gain the resources. He doesn't gain resources. Place the progress cube. He doesn't, because it's only a level 1 complex. Adjust the LSS, we do not because it's not part of those. And if it's constructed a mine, place a colonist from the living quarters. So this will flip over now. And Lacerda will complete building that mine. Okay? Moment. Okay. Done. So now we go into the shuttle phase. So the shuttle will travel going left to right, right to left, as it were, in the direction of travel there. Now, Lacerda will always travel, if possible, unless there is an X on a red X on here, which there is not a red X. With the cube icon, all right? Oh, and I have to move Lacerda's bot one space over to that. There. Good call. There we go. So he's traveling. When Lacerda travels, choose an available turn order space at random. So now, this is where the random, okay, thank you. Like I said, we are going to go very slowly with this first few turns. So the bot, or the randomizer here, the first number there, it says, is number 1. So we're going to pick spot number 1, all right? Is that the X? Oh, it is. He does not contribute to missions, but I don't believe... Oh, I guess technically you're right. It would have to be next to his shelter. So I guess technically it would go... That would have to go there. Which means that will go there, that will go there, and that won't. Technically, I guess so, right? The arrow at the bottom indicates that Lacerda will move. All right. Oh yeah, there you go. So the arrow down towards by his knee says that he will move. All right. All right, there we go. And you know what? I suppose I should bring the chat up for you guys as well on this. So a moment. There we go. There we go. Cool, awesome. I'm glad you guys have familiarity with the app. So good, we can go through that together. All right, thank you, Jason, and everyone else that's helping out with that. So there we go, okay? So he is going to travel, and he has a number 1 for the first randomizer number. So let's go with that for where he travels. Now, he ignores both of these when he travels from colony side to orbit side. So he's going to go to number 1. So there we go, done. And then this will move to there. A moment. Good. All right, cool. Done. All right, so we're good. So we go into a new round. So new round, now Lacerda will go. All right, so let's get back to the helper app. Okay. So here, so that was round 1. You can see that in the bottom right. So I'm going to click on that. I guess I should have clicked again on that. So technically, check that. When he travels, I needed to click on it again. So actually, as you can see, you use the top row first, and then if that spot's taken, use the bottom row. So that would actually go to that location. So then he's going to take a resource. So now let's look at the handy dandy little cheat sheet here for whenever he takes a resource. This is for R&D. Resupply. Oh my God, where is it? Yes, okay, he takes the resupply action. Only when he lands on that space, or if it were that space, when he chooses that space out there. The warehouse priorities, let me look at that. And the warehouse priorities are... Oy vey. Where is it? Left to right, whichever has the most first. Thank you, Gert. All right, so left to right, whatever has the most. So there's 2, 2, 2, so left most, so he will take a crystal. Done. All right. So that is for his moving. Now he's going to select an action. Thank you. All right. So now, round 2. There we go. So he's going to take action number 3, as you can see there. All right. So action number 3, looking at this, he is now in orbit. So action number 3 is R&D. So Lacerda develops the most developed tech that can be developed once, then the least developed tech that can be developed once. If 2 techs are tied, develop the bottom one. If he can gain more than 1 R&D benefit, use the resolve ambiguity rule, and that's it. Well, all right. So he's taking R&D. R&D is this action right here. He can do that twice. And when he does this, I believe that he goes top first, I believe is what it was. So he will go there, and then he will go there. And I believe that is all he can do for that. All right? All right. Let me double check and make sure. I don't think it matters, honestly, where that goes. So there we go. Just going to double check. Yeah, it doesn't say, so I'm good with that. All right. So that is his action there. Nothing else special about that action, so it's now my turn. And he would have to place that there. All right. So for my turn, I would like the advanced building there, so I'm going to take that action. Do I wish to boost it? I think we will. All right. So I'm going to take 2 actions. So if you take a look on my board here, so I'm going to take 2 actions. So it does not require placing any colonists out, but I do have an available colonist here. So that colonist is going to go to work. So that's going to give me 1 additional action, because over here on the orbit side of things, getting over there, you'll see that it doesn't show anything there, but I can boost it with an additional colonist. So I'm going to take, ooh. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I only got space for one. I can already build a shelter. So you know what? That's okay. I'm not going to boost it on second thought because I only have space for one. So I'm just going to take this one, which allows me to get a to be able to build an advanced building. So I will go ahead and put this over here and gain a crystal. And if I don't spend some crystals, I'm going to lose the crystal I just got. So if that's the case, I'm happy with where my rover is. I can't do anything with an advanced building yet. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and spend those 2 crystals to be able to get another resource. So the question is, which resource do I want to get? I definitely want that. I'm good there. I could take that last crystal, but I'm going to get another crystal here in a minute, so I'm not going to do that. So I will take I already have 2 batteries. Yeah, I'll take a plant here. All right, so there we go. Now, because I did B, so we then look at B here, that advances 1 step, and I get a crystal. So there, I've taken my executive action. I'm done. Those will come back. That is done. All right? Exactly what Brendan said. I always do that. Oh, I can boost it. Oh, I can afford the cost. Awesome. Oh, wait, I don't have the room. Okay, so that's it. So we are done with that, and now colony side. Sorry, now supply phase. Shuttle phase. I will get the words right. Woo-wee. So, does he travel? He does not have an arrow here. Okay? So, correct me if I'm wrong, but that means Lacerda does not travel this turn, correct? Because, double checking, right. So, does not travel. I am going to travel, however. Since no arrow on him, we are going to move. We're going to bug out, go over to the colony side. So, provided I'm doing that right and understanding the app right, so then I can choose to place one of those 2 tiles, which is going to immediately get me that, but I will do that here in a moment. All right, Jason confirms I'm correct on that. So the 2 tiles that are up there, the first one, and I will go ahead and zoom in a little bit on that. Come on, where are they? Oh, there it is. All right. So the first one up there shows, those are technically sideways. That's why I couldn't make heads or tails of it. There we go. Hey, how's that? Take up to 2 blueprints. And the other one is to go ahead and construct the depicted type of building. So both of those are kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and take the blueprint one, though. And then it's placed exactly 3 places away from where our rovers are. Technically, they're off board, but just for simplicity's sake. I think I will place it right there. Done. Now, when I do that, this advances 1, and I get a crystal. There. All right, so then after that, all of my colonists that I have out in this area come back, as well as any that are in work come back. So there's that. What one that does not come back for me, though, is that one, because that is for when I travel to orbit side. So I have done that. Now I choose one of those 4 available spaces, and those 4 available spaces say, going left or right, nothing, but you'll go first on that side of things. Get a resource. That is move your bot up to 2 spaces, and it's boostable with crystals. And the last one is take a blueprint. Tempted on the blueprint, but you know what? I hear resources are good, yo. So let's do that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that space, and I will immediately get a resource, and I will take the water there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose my crystal now that I just gained from getting the, which one? Getting that, because of the fact that I don't have room for it right now. So that crystal, I believe, will go away, unfortunately. Oh, is it? Oh, I think you're right. Oh, thank you. I believe that I believe you are right. Who is that? Or collect a token. I believe you were right. Taken from the map. You are right. Awesome, good. So I didn't actually lose that. So let's go back. This goes back. Thank you. It's from collecting them out here. Thank you. All right, good catch. All right. Good. All right. So we are done with the travel phase, the shuttle phase. So now we go into round number 3. Lacerda takes his turn. Round number 3 says he takes action number 1 on that. Okay? So action number 3 says, and he is on orbit side, that is R&D. Develop the most developed tech and the lowest developed tech. Now, I want to make sure that I get this right, because it will cost him 2 colonists to be able to do that, and I do not believe that he can do so. So, he only has 1 colonist, and it costs... Oh, actually, it only costs him... Yeah, hold on. There you go, colonist placement. Got it. Oh, shoot. Did I? I did. You're right. There. Which one did I move? 1, 2. That should be 2 spaces. That's good. That's good. So it's this one. So there should be 3 blueprints. We're good. Thank you, Bart. Good catch. Thank you. All right, so Lacerda always has to place a colonist on actions that depict a red colonist. He pays the additional cost with crystals. He cannot pay with colonists. That was it. So here, he pays 1 to place that, and then 1 for every other colonist that is already there. So he's going to pay a crystal, which he must. There we go. So this is going to move 2 spaces. And so that will go here, which allows him to build a building. And it's boostable, but he cannot, he can boost it. A moment. Upgrading the building. I apologize, not building, but he can upgrade here. So, going now to upgrading a building. He uses one of his blueprints, upgrades a building anywhere on his board. If the upgrade tech is in play, he uses it to upgrade as many buildings as he can. If there's more than 1 blueprint, he gives preference to the one that increases the OP provided by a scientist. Well, he only has 1. So that 1 will now be upgraded there. And now that advanced building is available. And thank you, Julian. Lacerda has an unlimited supply of colonists. That's right. Okay. All right. So that is there, and then he gets to do that again too, and he already has a level 6 tech. Well, there's that. Okay. Yeah, actually, it's rule number 1. Okay, we're good. Good. All right, so he's done. My turn. So over on this side. So let's take a look. Building buildings is going to be important. Building shelters is going to be important. I think we build. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the bonus for it. Oh, thank you. When Lacerda traveled, he should have had this guy back. So it wouldn't have cost him the extra crystal. No, he didn't trust. No, no. Hold on. Wait. No. Why would that colonist come back, Phil? Why would that come back from the... Oh, thank you. This guy. Yes. Thank you. He comes back. Thank you. That's it. All right. Got it. All right. We're good. Whew, boy. Wow. All right. My actions. So building a level 2 shelter, I think, has got to be the smart thing to do, or to get the scientists. The problem is, if I go with the level 2 shelter, I'm going to lose the oxygen that I would get for building it. All right. I think we actually go ahead and take the scientists to begin with. Yeah, I think so. So I am going to go ahead and place my colonists here, taking the scientists. So I want to make sure I get all of the steps correct. Which, choose a card. I choose this one. Pay the indicated cost. The cost is going to be 2 oxygen, as you guys can see on that. All right. So I will pay the 2 oxygen there. Back to the supply. Place the card in the scientist next to my player board. So I will get the scientist. The scientist is just going to hang out. You guys can see that okay. There. Actually, he'll hang out right there on the card. Done. And yeah, there you go. Okay. At the end of your term, refill with the contract of my choice. Now, a moment while we go over these. Move that stuff out of your way a little bit. And that'll work. All right, so coming over to this bad boy. I believe that is have 4 of that resource here. For some reason, this one's a little blurry. Resources, resources, resources. Resources, resources. This is a level 4 shelter. That's not too bad. Let me bring that in a little bit and see if that helps with the focus a little bit. Move those. There we go. Sort of. All right. That one is leader in the clubhouse right now. So I'm just going to set this one aside. We have level 4 buildings of all of those. Have 3 different upgraded Also, I have two of them potentially, but I'm still leaning towards that one. That's probably going to be the one that we're going to add, actually. So there we go. All right. So this will go ahead and come out over there and go into that location. All right. Oh, so what you're saying, Dimitri, is to maybe get the blue scientist instead. I'm sorry, the green scientist here, because he's going to be able to score for blueprints, right? And that's 3 points per blueprint of that type. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Oh, boy. I am struggling today, guys. I should have taken some of these colors out. We'll do orange and green. Done. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so the orange and greens are available. There we go. And that is an orange, so we'll call that good. Ah. Take care, Jason Christos. You think so? You know what? Let's go and... I think that probably makes the most sense. You're right. There. And instead, I will build that one, which is going to score me the points once I get it built. So instead, over here, instead of paying the 2 oxygen, I will have paid the 2 water instead. So the water will go away and I will get the 2 oxygen back. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Yep, I think so. Or wait, no, I had it right. No, I didn't. I did the wrong one again, didn't I? Holy crap. Wow, I did the wrong one yet again. It is this one. Ay vey. You would think I was new at all this. Oh, it's pretty well depicted. Ian did a really good job with the graphic design. I just apparently am just a moron. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh my God. It's not that hard. It's really not. I promise. It's really not. The free executive actions are nice, but I'm going to worry about scoring. So, done. Final action. Ay vey. All right. Whew. That shouldn't have been that hard. My apologies. All right. So now we are back to Lacerda. Is he traveling? Lacerda is not traveling, as you can see, because this is round 3. So, comes to me. I'm not traveling. Oy vey. All right. Done. Lacerda's turn. It is round 4. So, there we go. Round 4. He is not traveling yet again. All right. All right. Hey, Derek. What's up, man? All right. There we go. So, he is doing action number 2, as you can see there. Action number 2 on the orbit side is learn new tech. So it's going to be B there. So he takes the cheapest tech and takes the leftmost and place on the highest space on the track and gain the benefit. All right, the cheapest and on the left. So he's going to take this one and he's going to place it over here, and it says on the highest space on the track and gain the benefit. So he's going to gain a resource from the warehouse. Again, whatever has the most and on the left, so he will take the crystal and the crystal will go there. Then he did B, so this will go down and he will gain a crystal, but you'll notice that he doesn't have room for the crystal. So he's going to lose it. He is limited just like us human players here, and he does not take executive actions. There we go. So this extra one here is going to go away because he doesn't have room because he's completely booked up with that. Done. His turn is over. Okay, so I'm up. I think we need to build. We're going to build a shelter. Yeah. I think. Well, hold on. Yeah, we're going to build a shelter first. There we go. Okay. So we're going to build a shelter. So choosing a building, it's going to be a shelter. Pay the cost, it's going to be an oxygen. Done. And then place the building either adjacent to where my bot is, or if it's going to be a level 2, I have to have the tech there, and I do. So it's going to be a level 2. So this will go there. I'm going to gain 2 crystals for doing so, because it's 1 per level of the number of buildings. So it's going to be 2 crystals for that. I don't get to place a resource cube or a progress cube out here because it is not for the LSS, and I didn't construct a mine, so that is done. But now I have more room for more colonists. No, Nico, not yet. All right. Okay. So that's it for my build. And for building, that will have cost me that guy there. Done. Oh, shoot, one more thing. A moment. One last thing. Where is it? Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Okay. I know it does, Dimitri. I know you guys are on about a 20 to 30 second delay. So, done. So that is my action. So now the question is, do I travel? Do I travel? Well, hold on. I will go ahead and take an executive action as well. And I will go ahead and grab another resource. So I will spend those 2. And I'll grab the plant. Oh, hold on. I can have 3 of a kind now because I have 2 shelters out there. You know what? I'm going to take the battery. There we go. Done. And then these will come up. All right. So now, does Lacerda travel? He does not travel. Well, he's going the wrong way anyway, but you get the idea. So the question is, do I travel? The problem is I don't have enough workers to be able to do that. Colonists, I mean. Hey, Nathan. Hold on one second. Because I'm going to get 1 colonist back. I'm not going to back it up, Dimitri. Trying to remember how I'm going to end up getting more colonists. I know, traveling back and forth. So yeah, I think I will travel. Yeah, I think oh, that's right. Getting the ships. That is the big thing there. There we go. That's why I wanted to see. All right. So I am going to travel. So I don't get anything for the advanced up there. All right. So nothing for this because I don't have any advanced buildings out here. Then I can get my worker back for this location here, and then I can choose one of the other actions, which is get another colonist by spending a water or a plant. And you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. So I will go there. I will retrieve this one. I will spend 1 water, and I will get a colonist. There. There we go. So that ship has traveled. Done. All right. So 4th round. Lacerda's up. All right. So Lacerda, round 5, sorry. There we go. He will travel this turn, but action number 3 he's taking, okay? So action number 3 in the orbit side is R&D, but he cannot take the action. Check that, he can. Check that. So he will go 1, and then he will my guess is he's going to do that for moving the rover at that point, or moving the bot, sorry. And this will move the bot 2 spaces, 1 space on the track whenever he does this. So it's going to move 1 space there. So this will go 1 there. All right. And then this will move 1 more. Done. So that sorry, that was the second bump. He moved it from there. 1, 2. Because you skip getting resources if at all possible, so he's going to do that. And then I am fairly certain that whenever he does that is the same as that action there, which is move this one space. So there we go. So he's done. Now, I would love to be able to take this action, but that's going to cost me 3 colonists to do that. And I only have 2. So I cannot do that action. I cannot do that action. So we could take resources or blueprints. Taking a blueprint would allow me to take this one, which I already have the scientists for that. It's not a terrible idea. And it would give me an extra oxygen. You know what? I think maybe that's not the terrible idea there. I really want to be able to do that, but that's really frustrating that I can't. It's either that or take all of the resources. That's also not a terrible idea. I could take all 3 of those resources. You know what? I think I like that. We're going to go ahead and take the resources, and it's boostable. So that's 1, and that's 2. I like that. So I'm going to take all 3 of those. There, there, and there. That seemed like a pretty good idea. That'll work. So now travel. Is he going to travel? Yep, Lacerda's traveling. All right, you can see by the arrow by his right knee, or his left knee, as it were. All right, so he's traveling. So here we go. When he travels, let's get this right. When he travels in that direction, Lacerda places the I should have put another one of these out. He will place that tile, the leftmost tile, 3 spaces away from his rover and as far away from my rover as possible. Well, we're all in the same place with our rovers. So we're going to look at this, and we're going to look as far away as possible is going to be down, it looks like, this direction. So I would say that that looks like where we're going to put that. He then takes the construct a building action, but does not place one of Lacerda's workers on the building action. If this would trigger the colony level up action, then perform it immediately. So he's going to build a building. What building is he going to build? He's going to build the water building because this is still below the colony marker. So he's going to build a water building. Okay. And he can use the advanced, whenever he builds a building, let me get this right, corresponding to the icon that is on, but only if the LSS marker is below the colony level. It is, so there's that. Otherwise, always tries to build the largest complex possible using available tech, so he can build a level 2, which he's allowed to do there. That's going to give me an oxygen or possibly a bump, but we'll get there. Okay, so he's going to build this, and then the area Oh, it goes clockwise. I'm not following that, Dimitri. On that, you're talking about for the placement of the tile. It's got to be 3 away from his rover. But if you look at that, that would be this location right here. Here. So there. So that would tell me that it would go there. No, I feel like that was right. All right, so he's building this. Then the area in which he builds it, again, is going to be towards the bottom left. So he would build, there's no crystals. He would build it there, as best as I can figure from the bot, there. Then the bot moves. This bumps up. He will gain 2 points. And then he gains 2 points for each shelter. Let me double check, make sure that's right. Yep. 2 points for every shelter he has on Mars, which is going to be 2 additional points there. All right. Okay. So he got the 2 points for this. He got 2 points for this, and then he gets that as well. I don't know what he does on that. I believe, I don't know on that one. Yes, he gains a crystal. It would be hire a scientist first. If he had one here, he would pull that guy back. But as it is, he gets a crystal. And the crystal will go away because he doesn't have room. He's done. All right. Wow. That was involved, wasn't it? And that was B. So B, he did this. And he would get another crystal, but he can't. So that's that. Okay. He's done. For placing that. Sorry, I did that wrong. Back up. Oop, I lost my spot. So that is for placing that out there. Holy cow. Okay. So now that he has done that, okay. Then he would pull any workers he has back here. And then what number was it? It was around 5. Hold on. There we go. So he would go to the second or third spot available there. So the second spot there, take a resource. He cannot take a resource. So he's done. Okay. So now for my travel, we will replenish. Build a building, huh? Or build a mine. Build a building. I'll place that there, 3 away from my rover. Replenish. Then I get to pull my workers back here along with my guys that are at work. So that's helpful. I really hate that he's going to go first before me. Well, moving my bot, I don't know that I really need to. Getting a blueprint would be nice. It would get me an extra oxygen, all right? So being able to take that would be great. And that would give me a free tech. Or do I want to go first? Building an advanced building would be nice. Building other buildings would be nice. I don't want him to take the plant before I get it, so I'm going to go first there. Done. All right, so it's my turn. I'm going to build a building. So we will go ahead, not boostable, we will do that. So we are going to build the oxygen building, which is going to cost us, hold on. Yes, he has, oh, hold on one second. Get back to this. Yeah, okay, I'll buy that. That's a fair point. So I guess that would go here. Good call, Robert. All right. I have one mineral. One other thing I forgot. Yeah, okay. So I get that oxygen at least, so there's that. I could build the level 2. Yeah, no, not oxygen, but plant. Yeah, that's what we want. We're going to build this. I can't build the level 2 with that. Arrgh! Hold on. But I can build the level 2 oxygen because he has that. Advance the water. Oh, wait. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I can totally do that instead of taking the oxygen. Hold on. Whew. My bad. I forgot about the other 2 spots. There we go. That's what I was looking to do. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to build this as a level 2. So that's going to cost me 1 plant. Done. All right. Whew. Wow. Place the building. It has to be adjacent to where my bot is, so it's going to be built right there. So that's going to be 2 crystals that go on there. 1 there, 1 there. That will flip. That will give me 2 oxygen. I can only take 1, so I will take 1 oxygen there. Now, I did build this type of building over here on the LSS. So I'm going to be able to take this progress cube and be able to place it right there on that. This will advance that, so that will score me 2 points. And unfortunately, nothing for the ship there. That's kind of a bummer, but hey, we're on the board. So there's that. And because it was below this, we also get in a bonus there I think we take another mineral. This is to retrieve one colonist if I want. I could pull that colonist back, right? Oh, I probably should have done that. That ship has sailed. You're right, Phil. I should have, but that's all right. We're done. Yep, I think I'm going to take the mineral. So that would be another mineral. And if I was smart, I would have done exactly what Phil just said and welcome a ship first, because that would have given me an extra 2 points for that. All right, that's done. So travel. I am not. Mr. Lacerda is traveling, however. So, and sorry, and space. This is the next one. Oh no, sorry, not travel. He needs to take his turn, and his turn is round 6. There we go, and he's going to travel after this. Sorry about that. Sorry, Vital. All right, so he's taking action number 2. Action number 2 on the colony side is to upgrade. Upgrades a building. He can't. So what happens if he cannot? Okay, if he does not have enough crystals to pay, or if the move he is doing is not allowed for some reason, no blueprints available, etc., whatever, then instead of performing the action, he moves his rover instead. All right, so now he's going to move his rover. All right. So, moving the rover. Move the rover 2 hexes towards the closest researcher discovery tile that Lacerda can collect. However, ignore ones that are resources. Okay. If other tiles would be useless to Lacerda, ignore them. Uses his or your tech to move extra hexes, which nobody has yet. Only take an indirect route to collect crystals from hexes if he does not have to pay any additional crystals. Okay, so let's look at the order and the direction here. Because I would make the case that he could use that one, and that one. So those are the closest. And so it's going to be 2 hexes. So it will be towards his knee area. So it'll be 2, 1, 2. So he would go here to collect that, but he doesn't have room, so it just goes away. Because that's going to be closest to this, I would argue. Okay? Hey, Justin. All right, so that is his action. And now he is going to travel, and I am not going to travel. So he will move to the second space available. So he will go there. And he skips these. In theory, he would take a resource. There is nothing, so he's done. So now it's his turn. Next turn. This will be round 7. All right, so he will travel back. Coming back, he's going to take action number 1. Action number 1 on orbit side is obtain a blueprint. Kind of makes the most sense. Whatever scores the highest scientist victory points. So doesn't matter at this point. Then it will be the leftmost card. So unfortunately, he's going to take this one now. And I'm just going to put it right here. And we're going to put one of his advanced buildings on it. And he's done. He does not boost, remember? And so that's it. Okay, my turn. Did this totally in the wrong order. Yeah, a lot of mistakes were made on that. When he does that, Phil. Pay a crystal to get the tile. Oh, right. He can boost that. I apologize. And moving his rover. Okay, check that. So he will pay 1 crystal. Let's back that up. So he would take this. There. He claimed that. That will go. Which that'll give him 1 crystal back. He then immediately gets 2 blueprints. So he's going to take the last of the blueprints. Thank you for the correction on... Oh, he should have put that out. Thank you. Now you guys... Oh, I appreciate the peanut gallery, but sometimes you guys... because he never, let me double check for moving his rover. And spends additional crystals as required. Yep, you nailed it. Good job, Paul. So he will have taken those as well. Good call. Done. Now he's done. Now we're up. I really wish I had that tile, or one of us did at least. You know what? I think we upgrade. All right. So we are going to upgrade both of those because our upgrade is at +1 here. So I'm allowed to boost or upgrade 2. So choose a blueprint and a matching building. So it's going to be that one and that one. Pay 1 mineral for each. So I have 2 minerals. So there. Move the advanced building marker from the card to the tile. Displace any bot, rover, or colonists. And I think the... let's see, what do we want to do with this? Where do I want to move this? Do I want to move it there, or do I want to move it there? Actually, I think I move it there. So that and that is now built. Done. So those are now done. All right. -6, this should be at 4. So 1, 2, 3 for him. Good call, thank you. Okay. So, do I want to take an executive action? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I'm not going to take an executive action. So that's it. Travel. The tiebreaker goes to the left one, Michael. So he is traveling per the arrow. So he will travel. So he's going to place the leftmost, and this is going to be 3 away from his bot, or from his rover. And he wants it as far away from me as possible. So let's see. If we went there, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, let's look. And this would be closest down here. So that would be as close as possible to this area. So that would be there is where he's going to place that. Then, whenever he places that, remember, he is going to construct a building. The building he will construct is the green one. The green one, it has to be a level 1 because that is not out there. So again, since this is the closest area, the closest one that he could build it for that is going to be right there. So nothing there. That is not a complex, so he will not be able to do that. Just making sure. He would gain the resources. He doesn't. Don't adjust the LSS. Doesn't place a cube. Done. So he did build this, though, which is going to be, which is going to be 2 plus that for another 4 points. All right? And then if he had placed that, he would have pulled that back, but he won't, so he'll take a crystal. He doesn't have room for a crystal. He's done. All right. Oh, that's rare, Phil. Nice. Okay. All right, cool. Got it. All right, take care, Patrick. Okay. So that is him moving. And now, what number is he going to choose? He's going to get the second place, if possible. So he will do that per that. So he will take that one there. And now it's my turn. Whew. So now I have a plethora of options. If I build a building, ideally being able to build a level 2 battery, I cannot. So there goes that idea for this. But I might be able, I can build a level 1 or a level 1 battery. I think, can I? No, because my rover, sorry, my bot is nowhere near it. Okay. So we have a bunch of options here. So building, upgrading. I have no blueprints, so that's not going to happen. Then getting another scientist or Earth card. Well, that card right there, I need to build a shelter to be able to get. That's tempting. I mean, it's 12 points, right? Oh, thank you. And I should have advanced that as well. Thank you. So that's an option. I think that's an option for being able to take that, even though there aren't any other blueprints that have minerals on them out right now. But I think that would make the most sense. Moving my rover, being able to either get a build, which is going to advance that, which will get me a crystal. That's not terrible. Being able to spend 2 crystals to be able to claim one of those, to be able to get 2 bumps on that, that's not a terrible idea. And it's free, so I'd be able to get bumps here, be able to get me another mineral. That's a viable option. Or welcome a ship and get more colonists. I think there are 3 viable options. That card, moving my rover, or welcoming a ship. I have 3 crystals. A moment, real quick. You know, another option actually is, what if I just built this? Do you, and this I can't remember, guys. Do I have to have my bot adjacent to this if I were to take the battery one? Because if you see, that's a battery building, which I want to be able to do because of this. Because that would get me then 4 points and be able to pull one of my colonists back. That's really what I want to do. I just can't remember is if you can break the rule with that or not. Because construct the depicted type of building, tech required if size 2 or greater. But still has to be adjacent. Yeah, right. But if I were to get... Yeah, it's a good point, Justin. He's not going to take the contract, so that can wait. So, yeah, it's either moving my rover or welcoming a ship. And... there's so much I want to do here. Oh, that's a good point. Okay. Good call. I forgot. I'm going to take that action because I can move both. That is right. So I will move my bot 1, 2, 3 and pay a crystal for that. Then my rover, the rover There we go. The rover will go 1, 2, and I will pay a crystal. Let's try this again. I will go 1, 2, collect that crystal. Then I will pay a crystal to be able to move one more to go there to build. There it is. All right. So now I will build a battery. I don't have a mineral. Son of a... But there, and there, all of them are up there. I can't build it, so never mind. Okay, I'll welcome a ship instead. And that's boostable. Oh God. A plant and a water, and I can't do it. Oh, I can't welcome a ship. Son of a... Glory to Rome! Oh, plan better. Okay. You know what we could do, though? I need minerals, but I can't build a level 2. But I think I build a mine. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do the original plan here. Follow me. I don't have to move him. So I'm going to go now 1, 2, 3. Spend 1, get 1. So that will technically be there. There. I can build a mine here with that tile. The mine will be this. Not placing anything there. To go, you know what? Actually, hold on. I can move 2, right? 1, 2. I'm going to move him there and spend another crystal to instead have myself positioned for that, and then go ahead and build that right there. There. I have to put a colonist on there. So I get a mineral for doing that. There. Yeah. That'll work. That'll work. That way I'm getting a mineral every time I go north or go up to orbit. That'll work. Okay. Thank you. And because I got one of these, that advances, which gives me another crystal. There. I cannot take an additional action, so I'm done. Lacerda's up. Oof. Action number 1 on this one. Right? I need to flip cards, don't I? All right. Do I need to flip cards? Oh God, I can't remember. I think I do, because he just moved to that position. So yes, round 8. There we go. So he's taken action 3. Oh, so smooth, right? Action 3, hire scientists. Select a scientist that provides the most OP victory points based upon the upgraded buildings taken, whether they're used or not. So it's going to be the battery one. Sorry, hold on. So it's going to be, he's going to take this one. Going to switch that over. There. And that's built. Okay. Let's see, hold on. If Lacerda has 2 scientists, then take a contract. So he only has 1 scientist now. Okay, so he has that guy right there. And this can get put right there. Good. That's his turn. He is traveling. The question is, am I? I have 1 colonist left. I really need that. I have room for it now. I am going to travel. Okay. So, first things first, my advanced buildings produce. So I will get a mineral and I will get 2 crystals. Unfortunately, the crystals are lost, but I will get a mineral. Then, you know what? Instead of having to take the action, I could get another colonist. No, let's be smart. I'm going to take that, which is going to be this, which is going to be, it's going to cost me a battery to take that, and I will pay the battery. That. That will go here, which gets me nothing, unfortunately, but at least there's that. Then I did B, which gives me another crystal, which unfortunately is lost. Cool. Done. Okay. So now Lacerda's traveling. He doesn't do any of that, and I get nobody back, and there's nobody here working. Lacerda is traveling. He will take the 3rd spot. That's not available, so he will take the 4th spot available. Oh, so, okay. So if that's the case, then I will get 3 crystals. The end of your turn, I guess technically that is not the end of a turn, so okay. He will go there. Done. So it's my turn. Yeah. Oh, he pulls these guys back. Oh, that makes a huge difference. Because now that action is going to go there. I can't boost it, but at least I get 2 bumps. So yeah, technically those are gone. Yeah, I'm right. Never mind. Don't. Ugh. All right. So I get 2 bumps. I will go 1 there. And that costs me 1 resource of my choice. That'll be an oxygen for that. Per that. And then I think I will go ahead and bump that one. Actually, hold on. It'll be that one, which will get me a mineral and cost me an oxygen. There we go. Cool. Yeah, exactly. The crystals are lost. Yes. Take care, Jonathan and Nikki. All right. So, do we do a executive action? I don't have any advanced buildings or a ooh, hold on. I can build a shelter. I will spend 2 crystals and I will build a shelter. Shelter is going to cost an oxygen. Done. So I'm going to build that one now. And I can build a level 3. And I will build that right there. I will gain 3 crystals, one of which will be lost because I won't be able to use it. Because of that, I won't be able to hold it. And done. So I used that right there to be able to, spending 2 crystals to be able to put that out, which I now qualify for that. Done. Good. That'll work. All right, Lacerda's turn. Lacerda's turn. This is round 9, sorry. This is action number 1. Action number 1 in orbit is obtaining a blueprint. If he cannot, he moves the rover 2 hexes towards the closest discovery or research tile, but not a resource. So the closest is going to be right here. 1, 2. So he will claim that. And then he will advance this 1, 2, which then allows him to be able to build blueprints. He's allowed to build 3 blueprints here. But there's only 1 available. So he's not going to use my tech, unfortunately. So he would build that there. Done. How do you, ooh, hold on. Actually, which one do we choose for that between those? Right. So let me look that up as far as how does he choose which blueprint he builds or upgrade. To the one that increases the OP provided by his scientists. All of them. Okay, so we'll randomize it. That'll be like divide by 3. So the top third, middle third, bottom third. So what is the numbers on this? This is round 8 is closest, so 6. So 2, 4, 6, it'll be the bottom card. There we go. So it'll be this one that gets built. There. Oh, and that allows, now I can use this. Wrong guy. Never mind, wrong scientist. Okay. Grr. Oh, actually, it's the battery one, which is those 2 specifically. Yeah, so it still would have been that one. Okay, good. I'm good with that. All right. His turn is done. He built that. He's done. So now, is he traveling? Yes. Look at it, the arrow by his knee. He is traveling. Question is, am I? I think we are. All right. So I'm traveling first. Put that out. Oxygen or mine. Battery, oxygen. I'll put the oxygen one out, and it's going to be 3. 1, 2, 3. Put it away from him. Done. Then I pull these guys back. And which one do we want to choose? There are no blueprints available. I could move my rover. Do I want to move my rover? I'm sorry, not rover, my bot here. I have minerals to be able to build batteries. I'm actually in a really good spot. So I'm just going to go first. There, done. So we replenish this. So now he will build the leftmost. 3 away from his rover per this. And that will be towards the top left, but it always gives preference away from my rover. So the furthest spot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, It's got to be there. Still got to be there. It's got to be furthest away from my rover, which is what that's going to be. And then whenever he places that, remember, he constructs a building. So no, because it is already at that level. So then this will advance to build a mine. He will build a mine. And it has to be, let me look at the priorities for building again for him. And the mine tech is not out, so it's got to be a single. And then the order, the area in which we will be up towards that direction. So let me get back to where that was. That was looking at this hex here. So the closest we can get is going to be right here. So it's going to be 2 crystals, one there, one there. That will flip. He'll put that there, and he's done. Then he will choose location number 4, or space number 4 per the top row. Done. There we go. All right. So we need to refill this, and that will move here. I am going to build. We're going to build, oh, and this should have moved 1 because he just built a mine as well. I'm going to build that. So here we go. All right, so a battery building. It requires a mineral. I will spend the mineral. Done. Then, adjacent to my rover, or my bot here, I am at level 2, or +1, so that will go there. So it's only going to place a crystal up above. There. This will go there. I will gain 2 batteries for doing that. And I can hold both because I have 3 shelters out, so that's going to be +1, so that's 4. That is a battery one, so this will go there. That will bump. So that'll be 2 points for that, plus 2 points for each of these, for a total of 4 points for that. Done. And now, congrats, we have made a level 2 colony. All right, so let's walk through the steps on this. Actually, that happens at the end of my turn, so hold on. So I have built my building. I got my points here. I could get any of these things still. I could pull that guy back. I could get another mineral. I think I'm going to get him back. Is that action? Whoa. There. Then for an executive action, unfortunately I can't use that one because wrong color. Do I want to move my bot? I don't think I do. There's nothing here, and doesn't make sense. I can't build another shelter because I'm only at +2, so a size 3. I could spend 2 to get 2, just because, but I guess I'm not going to take an executive action. All right. So let's go for the LSS. Now that is, here we go. Step 1, move the colony level up 1 row. Whoop. Then new blueprints. So we would remove any that are out there, but then we're going to fill that up 6 and 6. So here we go. That is all the level 1s, and now the level 3s come out as well. 6 of them at least. Okay. Refill the empty spaces on the tech, but we do not do that in a 2-player or a solo game. Refill the warehouse, but only 2 of each. Then the first 2 times the colony status is updated, each player gains points based on the number of cubes that they have out there. Lacerda will get 1. I will get 2 because I have 2. So Lacerda gets 1. I get 2. And that's it for that. However, a moment. I believe he builds a shelter and welcomes a ship, I believe. When the colony levels up at the end of the current player's turn, Lacerda builds a shelter, complex if possible. So he will. So he will build this, and he will build that right there. He would gain 2 crystals, but he cannot. Then places a bot on his player board, so he gets another bot. There, I'm just going to put him up here. And then he welcomes a new ship. And welcoming a new ship is he doesn't have to pay the resources. He moves, it doesn't matter which one, there. Check that, he would have gotten a crystal. So he does have room for that now. He would receive colonists or a bot and a colonist, but but I believe that's it. Take care, Kevin. He's done. All right. So we are done now. That was my turn there. Now it's Lacerda's turn. Lacerda goes action number 2 now. Action number 2 on the colony side is upgrade. And let's see, a battery building or an oxygen building. I guess, by the way, technically he should have been able to build this earlier. So he would build that. And a battery he can now. That will go there. That frees that up for me at least. So there's that. Because he can upgrade up to 3 buildings at a time. So he's done there. Done. So does he travel? He is traveling. I am not going to travel. All right. So he is traveling though. So he skips everything there, but we need to figure out where he's going to go. So his spot is going to be the 3rd one, as you can see there. So the 3rd one is going to go there. So he's going to take the cheapest tech, and it will go in the top space, which will be here in the warehouse. And the warehouse will take him a crystal, which is lost because he already has 4 crystals. All right, so now it's his turn. So round 11, he's going to take action number 2. Action number 2 on the orbit side is learn a new tech. He'll take the cheapest and the leftmost and place it on the highest space on the track and gain the benefit. So he will take this one. That'll go here, gains him a crystal, although it's about to be lost. So done. At least we can go a level 2 now. That's good. He's done. But he did this twice. So he's going to go 1, 2. He would gain crystals, but they're lost because he doesn't have room. So he's done. Okay. Oh, I do get, good call. Because he used this for my upgrade, I would either get an oxygen or a free upgrade. You know what? I will take the free upgrade, and that'll allow me to move my bot up to 2 spaces. And I think I will move it 1, 2. Yeah, I like that, I think. Yeah, I'm good with that. All right. So my turn. Oh, I guess I could, yeah, huh? I guess. Hold on. So I was here. That. And I'll spend a crystal to move it to 3rd space. I'm good with that. Done. Whew. Okay. Oh, I have so much I want to do right now. I want to build. I want to welcome ships. We're going to welcome a ship first. So I'm going to welcome a ship, and I'm going I cannot, can I? I need plants. Come on. How do I get plants? I need to build a plant building first. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Yeah, going to build a plant building. A plant building requires 1 water. I will spend the water. I then can build this as a level 2 using that. So he will get a free advance on that. I will get 2 plants for doing that. It builds a plant there. This will go there. I will get 2 points for the rover, and then I will get something here. I'm sorry, for the bot. Okay. Oh, I suppose I could have used minerals instead. This still works out. It's still what I'm wanting to do. I'm not worried about it. So then, which of those do I want? Do I pull, you know what? Just going to pull him back there. All right. Uh, yeah, done. Do I want to take one of those? You know what? I think I will. I'll use my scientist to come over here. To go ahead and take this one, which is going to be a battery and something else. So that'll be 2 batteries. That'll give me a crystal. Then, because I did this, that completes that one. So B is now done. That drops down to there. And whenever I take my ship action now I'll be able to get extra colonists for that. I'm okay with that. It might not have been the most optimal action, but I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah, I'm done. All right. I am not going to, oh wait, I forgot to move the ship. Okay, is he traveling now? He is traveling. And he will go to the 3rd space. Okay, so he's traveling, so it's going to go here. And again, where will this go? This will go up this way, but it wants to put it as far away as possible from me, so he would put it there first. There. Okay, so now he builds a building. He then would build a battery building. Batteries can be up to 2 size, so that already is a 2, so therefore he's going to build it, and the direction he's going to build it is also in this, so it's going to be up to the top right, 2 away from that, so that would be right there. That'll be 2 crystals. One there, that flips, and it's only a level 1, but this will bump, which will give him 2 points for that. And it would give him a crystal, but he doesn't get that, so 2 points for that. Refill this. And I did say he would go into 3rd space? Yes, 3rd space. And he built a building, so no, and that's done. All right, 3rd space. He'll move his bot 2, and let me check that. That is spot number 7. He moves his bot 1 space on the track. Now, that would already move that there, but then the bot moves 1 space there. Take care, Chad. There we go. Thank you, William. All right. Oh, shit. That will go there. That's right, because we're in 2nd phase. All right, so you know what? He's still in space. That build didn't happen yet, but it will have happened. So we'll just leave it at that. Damn it. All right. So he's in space still, technically. Damn it. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, that's right. So it's his action first because he's in space, technically. So he's going to take action number 1. Action number 1 on orbit side is going to be obtaining a blueprint. The highest scientist OP. So it'll either be, for him, for his scientist, so it'll be a mineral scoring 1. I'm sorry, for batteries. So it would be this one. And he would take how many blueprints? One. And he'll put that guy there. Okay. There we go. And I think the bot does place contribution cubes, but he only places cubes when he does complexes of 2 or higher. And he's only done 1 so far. All right, so he's taken the blueprint. His turn's done. It's now my turn. Okay. Now, I'm going to welcome a damn ship. It's going to be a plant and a water per. So 2 plants and 2 waters, using a mineral for one of them. Damn it. And I'm going to look at what the endgame goal is on this. Reach colony level 3 or higher, complete at least 1 contract, which I got to keep in mind these. So it's going to be 2 of my ships that are moving over. I need 5 of those, which, oh, hell, I have this. I've reached that one. Have a level 6 tech and have more victory points than Lacerda. Okay. All right, so what ones are we going to do here? I need blueprints. So I think I'm going to go ahead and welcome that ship there. And you know what? Building advanced buildings sound kind of sexy. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I like that. So those are going to be my 2. I'm going to get 2 colonists for 1 of the ships. And I think I will do 2 more colonists, actually. Because points, right? But then again, yeah, I think so. Done. I don't think I need the second bot. That may come back to bite me, but I'll deal with it. So that is welcoming my ship. Yeah, pretty happy with that. So that is the end of my turn. Now he will travel, which we just did. And technically he would take the 4th spot, but we're going to leave him in the 3rd because we already did everything for it. So we're going to just leave it at that. So now this will go to number 2. Huh? How about that? Here we go. Now it's my turn. All right. Oh, shoot. I get an extra colonist. Thank you. I get 2 more. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. That was the whole damn point of getting that tile. Thank you, Kenneth. Oh, sorry, not contracts. Those are contracts, but personal goals. Right. I also need one of those, a private goal. Which, speaking of which, I want to make sure. Have at least 5 tech tiles. Nice. Okay, so I have that one reached. So that's done. Okay. Okay. Well, there's that. So that one's done. I'm going to be able to claim that. He only has 1 scientist. How many blueprints have we taken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should be at 3. And he doesn't have room for the crystal, so he's done. Thank you for that. So now, if I were to build the water complex, that seems like a thing to do. Or do I build the shelter first? Or do I build the shelter first for the extra 2 points? He's not going to build water, so I think I build the shelter. I cannot. Well, I can, but it can't be part of the 4 complex. Oh, thank you. He would have randomly got 1. Thank you. Good call. I forgot to do that. Here, pick a number. Yeah, you know what? What is that? 5. Pick a number 1 through 11. 1 through 11. Thank you, William. I think I'm going to build the water first. Yeah. Oh, I can do that, can't I? Oh, good call. Yep. Oh, 9. Rocky's the first one, so that's going to be that one right here. Okay, there we go. All right. So, you know what? I have 5 of these. Good call. So we've reached this contract. I'm sorry, personal goal. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I will go, and it's free to do. So I will go 1 there, and I will go 1 there, which gives me a mineral. Yeah, I'm good with that. There. So now I will build a shelter at level 4. Yup. So I will pay the oxygen, which I don't have the oxygen, so that's going to be a mineral. Level 4 will go right there. That's going to get me 4 crystals. And then I'm going to take a executive action. To take a blueprint, so I will spend these 3. And the blueprint that makes the most sense is going to be one of the top right ones. So you know what? I think that looks good, being able to move our rover. Sounds pretty good. I will get another crystal. So that's 5. I will get a advanced building on that bad boy. And done. I can't do an executive building a shelter. That's not one of my available. Oh, I guess I could have done that. You know what? I hear you. Yep. Good call, Kenneth. But as it is, I'm not going to back it up. But yes, that is something that I could have done if I had thought about it. So I will show folks. So what he's talking about is use my right here, executive, to build that, and then built the water one. That would have been a much more efficient. Yeah, I could have. I guess the only thing I would back up is just doing that, right? Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So instead, I will have only paid 2 crystals for that instead of 3 there to do that executive, to do that. And now to build the building, now I can do that. And that is going to be a water, and a water requires a battery. I have a battery. I will spend the battery. So I'm doing that as the executive and then that as the main action. And that's at level 3 or higher. We're good. We will go ahead and build that. That's going to get me 3 water. I'm allowed to have up to 5, so we're good to go there. And then boost that. That will put that out. That will get me 2 points per shelter. 2, 4, 6, 8 points. Oops. There. And then something here. I don't need to pull the colonist back now. So now I think what I will do is take a mineral, question mark? Or do I move that bad boy? I think being able to move him to 1, 2 makes more sense, because then we can build here, I think. Yeah, we can. Next turn. I like that. Okay, done. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, so now Lacerda will take action number 1. Action number 1 on the colony side is build. He's going to build what this is, if he can, but it's already below. So instead, he's going to build that. If that qualifies, it does. So he's going to build this. So that's going to go out there. So he's going to build this. The direction in which he builds it will be per that, so towards the bottom right corner a little bit. So he's going to build it exactly where I was going to. Glory to Rome to you, Lacerda. So he will then score 2 per ship, so 2. And then get a crystal, potentially. So 2 points for him. And glory to Rome to him. Okay. Then after he built this, that will come back and move to there. We've now reached the next level of the colony. So hold on one second. Let's go through those steps again. All right. So move the colony level up 1 marker. Okay. New blueprints. So all the level 1s go away. So all of these bad boys will go. And then the other 6 will come out. Refill the warehouse up to 2, so we just put out a crystal. And now we will score this. So he's going to score 2. I'm going to score 7 for this. So here, I will show you guys this a little bit closer. So he has 2, so he's going to score 2. I have 4. I'm going to score 7. 2 for him, 7 for me. Okay. Now that we are at colony level number 3, move the remaining missions 1 to the right. So right now, that's done, that's done. If we claim 3 more blueprints or 3 more of these tiles, whenever that happens or this goes up, the game will end. The end of the game will be triggered, I should say. And I want to see, is this a... Then play 1 more round. Okay, that's what I wanted to check. All right. So then, because it is the end of a Huya, the colony level bumped, he builds a shelter, and it's going to be a complex. So he's going to build this one. And the direction in which he builds it will be, per that card, towards the bottom right. The closest thing I would argue is going to be that one. So that will go there. He places a bot on his board. And then he welcomes a ship. That will come up there. Done. And then he just built that, so that advanced to there, so we're good. All right. Okay, so just to rehash, since you just brought that up, the winning goals. Reach colony level 3 or above. Complete. Complete at least 1 contract. I need to claim this. A private goal. This one is gone and done, so I can turn that in. So these are now officially crystals. By the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that extra one should have gone away. Have a level 6 tech. I need 2 more steps on that. And have more victory points than Lacerda. I'm getting close. I'm actually getting close to the level 2, but I digress. All right. So now, this should have advanced as well after his turn. And now when it resets, it will go to 3. So no traveling, so we're done. It's my turn. All right. Whew. All right. So what are we trying to do? I need to advance this. I can do that next turn, or next when we travel. So what do I need to do? I have to get this contract. Yeah, we're gonna claim the contract. I have to. So I'm gonna put that there. I'll pay a crystal to do so. I will claim this contract. There, done. Now, for an executive action, you know what? Yeah. I don't know if I want to take a contract. I don't think I do. Or I'm sorry, take a blueprint, because if I do, I have to complete it. But in a perfect world, to be able to get another out here, because I can always do it as an executive action, right? So maybe I do. And then we travel. I'm going to get 2 crystals. Yeah, I am going to. I'm going to take a contract or a blueprint. So that's going to be 3 crystals. And I'm going to take... hold on. Yeah. Take that one that I was going to earlier, which that'll give me a crystal. There. And that will go there. Done. His turn. He's taken action number 3. Oh, I don't think I've been doing these up here, have I? I should, up at the top, the letters. I think I've been forgetting to do that. Son of a... All right, action number A or A, there, and he will get a crystal for that, but action number 3. Aggravated if I've been missing that. Colony side is hire a scientist. Provides the most points based upon upgrade buildings taken. So what would it be? It would be battery, battery, battery. It's going to be a battery. That one's been, oh, I need to refill this. Refill it with that. Okay. So which scientist is he going to take? So he has the battery one already. I have the shelter one. So that takes care of those 3. Battery, battery, battery. So it's going to be a wash between those 2, whether it's the plant or the wind. So this is round 8, so it'd be 5, so yeah, see, that's, I have no idea. Plant or wind? Thank you. C needs to go down 1 because I took a blueprint. Thank you. And that gives me another crystal for doing that. Thank you, Martha. Phil. All right. I'll be honest, I don't know which of these to randomize. Screw it. Odd, even. Do it that way. And what's the number? It's odd. All right, so odd, he takes that green there. So he will take this one. There we go. He hired a scientist, and he should put that out there. All right. So that's the end of his turn. Now we travel. Am I traveling? Is there a way? There is. Huh. You know what? We're not going to travel. But he is. And he will go to spot number 4. So he will go there. And he has 2 turns left because I'm going to trigger the end of the game. I missed a B. Okay, good. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Good. Yay, it makes me feel better. All right, so now his actions are C, we advance. See, I caught it this time. And he's taking action 1. So C, there. That will have gone away, but he will have gotten that back. And action number 1 for him in orbit side is obtaining a blueprint, which he's actually going to trigger the end of the game. And he will take a blueprint, highest scoring scientist, which will be 3 batteries or 3 shelters. And leftmost, if that's the case, so that'll go there. And he will go there. Done. Oh, and he should have taken this guy back, and then he will have placed it there. So we will finish, let me get this right, for the end of the game, because we have now reached all 3 of those. When the end of the game is triggered, play until the end of the current round and then play 1 more round and skip the shuttle phase in the final round. So I get 2 actions, he gets 1. Okay. Action number 1 is going to be this. So I'm going to move this 2, 1, 2. Then I'm going to pay 2 crystals to go 1, 2, and stop my movement there. So 1, 2 crystals for that. Done. Then this will allow me to move 2 here. So that will be an upgrade, and that upgrade will be this one. I have to pay a mineral, which I have. Move this over onto my shelter. Done. Then I will move that 1 more, and that is done. I only have 1 and 2. Done. So now it's his turn for his final action. His final action will be, we advance A, so it technically gives him a crystal, and he takes action number 2. Action number 2 is learn a new tech. So he will take the last tech here, and he'll gain a crystal, but he doesn't have room for it, so it doesn't matter. He's done. Done. Now for me, what can I do that's going to get me the most points? Probably building a building, I reckon. Now, if I were to build, oh, he just got the mineral. Where's my bot? Damn it, he's too far. But I have 2 crystals. I can move my bot 2 and build that and put my 5th one out here. Oh, shoot. You're right. So I guess for my previous, oh, hold on. I forgot. When I did this action, I could have moved him for free. My bad. There we go. We're good. So now it's my last action. If I build, oh, wait, if I build a water building, a water building would be worth 8 points, won't it? Okay, well, for my executive action, I'll spend these 2 crystals to move my bot. 1, 2. I'm going to build a water building. That seems good. So I'll build the water building. It costs me 1 battery. My water is plenty big enough now. I will build it right there. I get 4 water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually only get 2 water. Then that moves up. I'm going to score 2 points per shelter. That's 8. And then that. So 8 more points. Goes to 33. And then I get 1 of these, which I can, let me see. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I don't think it matters what I do with that. Does it? I don't think a mineral's worth anything, and I don't think crystal. Maybe a crystal is, or pulling a guy back, but I don't think that's going to matter. All right. So that is the end of the game. We go into final scoring. So I will go through this. Okay, so here we go. All right. So the first thing, let's go ahead and bring that over. Moment. All right. Okay, so first things first. We're going to score for having progress cubes in the progress area. All right, so looking at this, we'll move it over to the LSS. Again, he's going to score 2. I'm going to score 7. He scores 2. I score 7. Okay, so that was that step. Next step is 3 points for every ship you have in your hangar. So, oops, bring that back. There we go. 2 for every ship in your hangar. Okay. He has 3 points. So 6 points for him. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for me. There, done. Next one is return all colonists from the side of the board where your player marker is and from your working area back to your living quarters. His are implied to be completely full. So these guys come back. Oops. And that guy comes back. So for him, he's going to get a total of 10 points. I will get a total of 10 points for everyone that is a total that is full. So 10 for me is going to be 56. 10 for him is 33. Done. So now, this will be each tech tile in your laboratory is worth a number of OP as indicated in the column that it's in. Okay, so we'll score him first. Okay, so he's going to have 9 and 5 is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points total for him. 18, and that is 51. Get those out of the way. Then for me, we're looking at 9 and 6 is 15, 16, 17 for me. So 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 73. Done. Okay. Next will be that, and that will be victory points for each advanced building, 3 for level 1, 5 for level 3, lose 3 for every unbuilt level 1, and 5 for every unbuilt level 3. So, he has 2 level 3s that are unbuilt. So he's going to lose 10 points for those. But then he's built a level 1, a level 1, a level 1, level 1. So that'll be 3, 6, 9, 12 minus 10. So he gets 2 points. For me, that is a level 3, a level 1, level 1. So that'll be 11 points to the good for me. 1 and 84. Okay. Then, each scientist scores 3 victory points for each advanced building of the type, no matter who owns it. Okay. So we'll start with him. So his is for batteries. It's 3 points per. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, advanced buildings. 1, 2. So that'll be 6 for that one. And then here for green, that'll be another, you know what got built out there? Did I forget to place it? I think I forgot to place it. So that'll be there. Yeah. Or no, wait. No, wait. 5. Yeah, I forgot to place it. So we're good. We're good. So that'll be a total of 9 points for him to 62. And then for yours truly, For my scientists, it'll be 3 points for each advance here. That'll be 9 points there to 93. Okay, then finally, gain or lose for each contract card as depicted. And I have this one, which is worth 12 points. 2, which puts it at 105. Okay, so now let's see if I won. All right, solo goals. Here we go. Reach colony level 3 or higher. Done. Complete at least 1 contract. Done. Complete 1 private goal card. I did that one. We're good. Have at least a level 6 tech. Done. Have more victory points than Lacerda. It seems I did that. So, hey, level 1, first contact, success. Level 2, reach colony level 3 or above. Done. Complete at least 2 contracts, 1 of each. Womp womp. Complete a private goal, have at least 2 resource tiles, have at least 4 shelters built, and beat Lacerda by 10 points or more. 2 research tiles. Oh, no, those. Nope, I was short on that one. All right, but you know what? Hey, that was a success. Sort of. A little rough going there, but oof. Oh. I didn't take the last bonus from the water building. Take the worker from orbit to score some more points. Oh yeah, I guess so. That would have been another 5 points, right? If I took this guy. It's whatever one that you have at least some in, right? There we go. All right. Yeah, it's Edward, by the way, not Ed, but it's all right. Cool. Here we go. Wow. Okay, so thoughts on this. I really like On Mars. I really dislike the solo bot in this. I feel like I've been spoiled a little bit in that it's just fiddly as all get out. And that's not what I want in a solo bot. I'll be honest, I love On Mars. I also love the Gallerist. But I would much rather reach for the Gallerist if I'm going to play it solo than I would On Mars, because of the fact that the solo automa, if you will, is just so much more intuitive and so much more just streamlined and just easier to do. Whereas this, I mean, you guys saw me the entire stream. I'm doing this. Even by the end of the stream, when I knew things pretty well, there's still so many, well, if not this, then that. And it's just not what I want if I'm going to do something solo. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw it there. Now, I will say that this works really, really well, right? So I'm really a big fan of that. So kudos to the guy who created that. Big fan of that one. But, and the link is down below for that. So check that out. Give him a thumb, give him some geek gold, whatever. Yeah, and Shoatan says, the Lacerda is not smart, the bot. It kills itself on building cards and stuff really easily, and the game itself is awesome. I agree. I think the game is fantastic. I'm not super keen on the solo version of this. I enjoyed it. It's just, I am mentally exhausted right now from, I mean, part of it is the stress of doing this on camera and struggling with the bot. And I knew I was going to. No matter how proficient, realistically, that I could have gotten with this, it's still going to be a lot to do and manage along with the cameras and everything else. But it's just a lot more fiddly than what I want in a bot. But you guys might feel differently, and that's really, really okay. So, yeah, there you go. And Brendan says, yeah, the solo bot is totally fiddly. I wonder if the co-op expansion might come with a simpler co-op focused solo mode. Maybe. And Meeple Overboard says, it seemed a bit too fiddly for my taste. Same with Teotihuacan. But Raiders of the North Sea has a challenging, rewarding, but dead easy bot. Yeah, I would argue, honestly, that the bot in BIOS Origins and the bot for the Gallerist, both of those were fantastic. The bot for Field Commander Napoleon, Nemo's War, like all of those that I've played recently, I think have an easier bot than this. But this game is a difficult game in and of itself. Now, it's rewarding. I definitely enjoyed it, but I'm mentally taxed from running the bot and doing everything else. More so than I am, say, yes, after yesterday's stream, right, with BIOS Origins. Okay, and Robert says, I think they're supposed to do a solo campaign Kickstarter this year. I don't know if that'll change the bot rules. I don't know. I haven't talked to Eagle in quite some time, so there you go. Yeah, and the stress of the peanut gallery pointing things out. There's that, and some struggling with that, but you guys are helping out, and you have good intentions, so I certainly appreciate it. Nathan, talking about Stonemeyer Games' approach to a bot, I would argue that somebody like David Terzi, who I just interviewed and has Automa, I think that's a guy to look into doing this, honestly. So that would be good. So, yeah. Yeah, and Demetrius says the bot has to be a maximum 10 to 15 seconds per turn. And it's the ifs, but thens that it's fiddly. So, but I enjoyed it. Like I said, I definitely felt like I played on Mars. So there's that. I mean, it does feel fulfilling in that regard. It's just a lot to manage. That's all. All right. So there you go. Good. All right. So you guys asked for this. So I did it. So there you go. Thank you for everybody that watched. I certainly appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy this, give it a thumb down below. I certainly would appreciate that as well. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you think the content that I put out, the entertainment value, and possibly directing you to games or away from games that you don't think would be a good fit for you and your group, or towards for you and your group, then consider supporting the show over on pledgehc.com, joining the herd. Certainly would appreciate it, y'all. I understand that things are pretty tough and pretty tight for everybody. They're tight for content creators as well, so keep that in mind. Certainly do appreciate the support, guys, very much. I will be back tomorrow at noon for an Ask the Elephant, noon Eastern. That is 1800 Central Eastern or Central European Standard Time. So noon Eastern, 6 p.m. across the pond. So hopefully you guys join me for that. I certainly appreciate it. I certainly enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did as well. And I will see you tomorrow at noon. Take care, everybody. I'm Edward. Have a good night. Bye. Woohoo! I won! I say, fine, it was the bottom level. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. I'll take it. I'll take it. Cheers.